Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I am down at Bangkok's famous flower market to show you the best value Pak KAPRAO in Bangkok. So I know what you're thinking, guys. Gaza. That is a bold claim. Best value Pak KAPRAO in Bangkok. There's too many Pak KAPRAOs in Bangkok to make such a bold claim. But guys, once you see the size, the sheer amount of meat on this Pak KAPRAO, 450 baht, anyone finds a better value Pak KAPRAO than this, I'll give you your money back. Limited to the first 10 people. All right, so let me set the scene for you guys. It's early morning, we're in the flower market. It's hustle and bustle. There's bikes zipping through the market. There's people walking with their trolleys, delivering different fruit and veg to different stalls, taking veg from the trucks, taking veg and flowers to the tuk-tuks to do the deliveries for the day. You make your way out at the side of the market down to a little canal which makes its way out onto the mighty Chao Phraya River. All the produce is arriving. There's people unloading trucks, and these workers need something cheap, filling and utterly delicious to eat, and this is where Seo Lang comes into play. Lung ชื่ออะไรครับ
วันชัย
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 วัน
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 วันชัย
ใจวันใจโอเคครับเสียวหลังPak Khlong Talad. So Seo Lang means, I think it means watch your back. I'll explain that a little bit later. Lan นี่เปิดกี่ปีแล้วนะ
ลุงเท่าไหร่กี่ปีลุง
50 ปีแล้ว
8 ปี 48 ปี
48 ปีนะครับ
48
Wow. So Uncle's been at it for 48 years, guys. Look at the size of this KAPRAO. ใหญ่มาก
50 บาท
50 บาทเหรอ
ไข่ดาวด้วย
ใหญ่ไม่แพง
เลยลูก
นี่ทำอะไรนะ
วันนี้ล้วนไก่อยู่
ครับ Right, so he's going in with a little bit of stew. A little bit of that stir-fry sauce. Hom chu rot, nam pan, Seo Lang. And a proper high heat. I mean, just to emphasize just how much chicken they're actually going through on a daily basis. There's 2 here, another one under there, and he's probably already used 2. I'm gonna refer to myself in the third person again. Only the roaming cook gets you this sort of back kitchen access. He's cutting them open just to check they cook through. Right, now that goes back into the pot where he started. So this is the chicken stew. All right, now we're on to the KAPRAO. So chilies, big flame. Pour. Right, so basically he's cooked the chicken first in the stew. He's going to use half of it to make the KAPRAO.
ใบกะเพรา
ใบกะเพรา
ชื่อร้านเสียวหลัง
Right, they've got all the orders for takeaway ready. These are probably going to the market workers.
50 บาท
50 baht. So a lot of these takeaways, they're servicing all the market workers, and then you get a lot of students coming to sit down, etc., etc. Just think about it. If you're doing manual work all day, I've just seen them unloading all these bags of onions, all the vegetables. Everyone is absolutely shredded. You need that protein, you need a big meal to fill you up, make sure you can get all that work done. So this has got to be the place to do it. These are absolutely humongous. The size of these. And theseอกไก่ใช่ไหม
ค่ะ
ทำไมนุ่ม
นุ่ม
ๆนุ่มมาก
ๆอ๋อนุ่ม
ใส่แป้งไหม
ค่ะ
ใส่แป้งไหม
แป้ง
ครับ
แป้งเท้า
อ๋อ
เท้า
แป้งเท้าใยม่อม
ครับผม Yeah, see, I knew it. I knew he added a little bit of flour into the mix, into the marinade. It's going to keep that juice in the chicken. Because we're using chicken breast, and I've had this in here before, and it's really, really soft and really, really juicy. So I knew there had to be some flour in there, otherwise it would just be dry as a bone, especially over this high heat cooking. So they've got Pak KAPRAO, and they've also got Pit Thai gratiam.
อันนี้กะเพราอยู่ครับ
And he KAPRAO you know. He said he's just making the KAPRAO for now. Look how much you get in each pack, look. This is one portion. 50 baht, Jamie.
ใช่ค่ะ
Wow. So yeah, it's basically the same chicken mix goes into both the Pak KAPRAO and the Pit Thai gratiam. So that's what he was saying to me earlier. He's saying, I'm just cooking the chicken, I'm making the base, basically. Okay, gratiam. Now he's gonna make that chicken with fried garlic. Just breaking those pieces up, making sure it's all cooking properly.
กระเทียม
Right, in goes that fried, crispy gratiam tiao. Nak lian chopไหม
ใช่เทียม
ครับ Look at this. I've just told them I'm going to eat 2 bowls of this, so let's see. Alright guys, can we just have a look at the size of this? Oh my god, I've got another one coming. How am I going to eat both of these? What size of these? Alright, so let's first of all, let's look at this gratiam. So we've just got this, it's basically the same mix in both. You've got these massive chunks of chicken breast, and as I said, because they've been floured, it's going to retain the juiciness. The juiciness, is that an adjective? But what that flour also does is give you like this kind of gravy over the top, so it's a really comforting dish. With that, we've got the Pik Nam Pa. Now onto the Pak KAPRAO, every guava's favourite Thai dish. Alright, so I didn't actually order this spicy, I just tamada, because he cooks them all at once. But there is a fair amount of chilli in that, as you can see. Quite a bit of KAPRAO, and again, those massive bits of chicken. And they don't believe, I don't think, that I can eat both of these. I don't really believe I can eat both of these, but let's see. Right, I'm gonna put that. Oh, do you know what? I'm gonna put the chili on anyway. You have got a nice bit of char on some of these pieces of chicken. All right, let's see if I can make my way through these 2 mammoth plates of chicken breast. You might be surprised straight off the bat how spicy this actually is, because I haven't asked for it specifically spicy, as I said, but it just comes pretty spicy. You saw that big ladle full of chilies he put in. It's not a dish that I would usually order. I don't mean KAPRAO, I mean KAPRAO gai. I never order KAPRAO chicken. I do make KAPRAO chicken at home, and I kind of make it like this, with the chicken marinated in flour. And as I said, as he was cooking it, what the flour's done is keep this chicken breast, which would usually be really dry, ridiculously soft and tender, and it's giving you kind of like this really comforting, thick gravy coating the chicken. Let's get a little bit of the fried egg. Now, if I was being hypercritical, I would say probably for my personal taste, I want that yolk a little bit more gummy. But again, this is just how it comes. This is a more, you know, cook everything in bulk and get it smashed out, because they've got so many orders from the market, then come at lunchtime and it's full of students. So it's more like just get all the eggs ready and just pound it all out. But I'm sure if I asked for a runny egg, I would have got a runny egg. Do you know what? The yolk just popped in my mouth. That's a good egg. That is a good egg. The sheer amount of chicken that he's putting on each plate for 50 baht is absolutely ridiculous. It's all chicken breast, which would usually put me off, but seeing he's used that sort of flour technique. I'm not entirely sure what flour he said it was, but whatever it was, it's done the trick. All right, let's try this gratiam. So basically exactly the same as you saw. A little bit of pig nampa, just it's a touch sweet without the chili. It's a little bit sweet, so I'm gonna add a little bit more fish sauce, make it a bit more salty, a bit more to my personal taste. But again, it's the same kind of flavor without the KAPRAO, obviously, and then you get that hit of that sort of bitter, sweet fried garlic coming through. Oh. It's just a really comforting, easy dish. Now, she said that the students like this one. So when you see at lunchtime all the students come in, they might grab one of these. They might even share it between two of them, split it, 25 baht each, maybe pay the extra 10 baht, get the egg. You could easily split one of these plates between two people, unless you're like the guy I just saw pulling the onion bags, who looks like a bodybuilder. And this, my friends, is a bodybuilder's wet dream. But I told you a few times, haven't I, these bad boys don't grow themselves. All right, I'm gonna make my way through the rest of these two plates. I'm not gonna eat the rice, I'm not gonna lie. When I said I was gonna eat two bowls or two plates, he looked at me like I was crazy and said, even the guys over there don't eat two plates, they can only eat one plate. So yeah, food challenge, flop, but Pak KAPRAO, success. I absolutely love this. I love sitting in one of these old school restaurants in Bangkok, just people watching and watching the world go by. You're seeing everyone setting up for the market, unloading all the vegetables. You've got tuk-tuks going past, you've got people pushing trolleys here, there and everywhere, delivering everything to the flower market, which we'll go and have a look at now. This is such a great area. They've got an MRT station here, Sanam Chai. So if you want to come here via MRT, you can get the MRT to Sanam Chai. I'll stick links with directions in the description box below. You can also get the ferry here to Rajani Pier. You've got the normal boat, I believe, but you've also got the electric boat now that stops here. Failing that, you might be staying in the area. You might be staying around Wat Po, Wat Arun, the Grand Palace, etc., etc. So it's such a great spot to come. Get here early, see everyone setting up. You've got the flower market, which is such a great market to go and have a look around. It's not just flowers, you've got people selling all sorts of things in there. So we'll go and have a look at that now after I get paid up my, what, 110 baht for both these? This completely dispels the myth that there is no more cheap street food in Bangkok. ขอบคุณนะครับ อร่อยมาก อิ่มมากเลย ขอบคุณนะครับ ขอบคุณนะครับ I'm sure you agree, 110 baht for those two plates with the egg, with a bottle of water and the takeaway container. Absolutely unbelievable value. If I was a bodybuilder, I'd be absolutely jacked by now, wouldn't I? Surely that's all I'd have to eat for the rest of the day. But before the camera, enough of that nonsense, before the camera dies, because I didn't charge my battery, I'm going to show you this flower market. So a lot of people, due to the name, think the flower market is just a market that sells flowers. Now, of course, they do sell a lot of flowers around here, but in this actual market, the actual flower section isn't that big. Most of the flowers nowadays are sold out on the street. You've got proper florists, you've got wholesale shops selling flowers. The actual flower market now is mainly fresh produce, so vegetables, noodles. They sell loads and loads and loads of fresh chilies. So I think this is where Uncle must have come to get his chilies. But yeah, if you're a cook, like me, as I keep saying, if you love to cook, this is one of the best places to come early doors, early in the morning, and get some really, really good, fresh, local produce. All right, guys, battery is about to die, unfortunately. Hopefully I didn't ramble on for too long. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, share and subscribe. As always, links in the description, and I will see you in the next one.